this is going to be a fun game. Two of the better offenses of the NFL. Detroit going to Arizona.
All right.
How high is Kyler Murray, and is Jared Goff a top 12 option this week for you against Arizona?
Yeah, the Arizona defense has actually looked really good. I hate that. I hate how good they seem to be in turnaround. This is the real test, though, right? Because Detroit, we know that they're clicking on all cylinders. Their offensive line is great. They have all the weapons. They are going to be able to air it out against Arizona. Can that young Cardinals defense hold up? I think the answer is no. I have Kyler Murray because of his rushing as my QB4. I have Jared Goff as my QB8. Like you said, fireworks. I think these guys are both going off this week.
Yes, start both of them. If you have, this is a good problem to have if you're signing two guys. Like I have them in one of my dynasty leagues, and yeah, we fire up Kyler every week. We don't even play this game. Sorry, Jared Goff. Kyler's too good. All right, here's a fun question: who are you sitting between Olave, Ayuk, Wilson? I'm assuming it's Garrett Wilson and Nico Collins.
Well, you're not sitting Nico Collins ever.
No.
He's proven that to everyone this over the last 2 weeks, and he gets a nice little matchup as well. You can't sit Olave this week. He's my wide receiver 14. Ayuk's my wide receiver 15. Garrett Wilson's my 7 because he's Garrett Wilson and because he should get all the targets. It's really hard.
He's got a good tough matchup.
Really hard. I would either sit Wilson or Olave, and that's a really tough decision for me. It shouldn't.
I think I'm gonna sit Garrett Wilson this week, or like personally, like I think Ayuk should smash. So I don't say Ayuk, but I think it's Olave or Wilson. You kind of have to make the decision. Even though Olave is in such a great offense, man, it's really hard to bench him. So personally, for me, it's Wilson. But either one,
I get it.
Would you do this trade, trading away J.K. Dobbins and Kincaid for Ramondre and McBride? Yes, I would do that. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Yes, McBride. McBride's the sure thing at tight end. We're projecting with Kincaid. I view Ramondre better as J.K. Dobbins rest of the season, and that might be hot take and spicy, but like it's so hard for Dobbins to do this week in and week out, and he could prove me wrong. Like I'll just die on that hill, I guess. But he's got to increase his role. So yeah,
Jesse will be proved wrong. J.K. Dobbins is awesome.
He's incredible.
The only thing that's stopping him is injury. He's the most efficient running back of all time. So J.K. Dobbins. But I'm doing that deal so that I can get Trey McBride.
Yes, McBride's the key piece. I think, you want all those guys. Like that's a good position to be. All right, running backs. How high do you have these guys ranked? Is Jahmyr Gibbs your RB1 or is it James Conner this week? And where do you have David Montgomery?
James Conner, RB1. No, Gibbs is my RB3 on the week. James Conner is an RB1, but he's my RB12. Again, I think fireworks. Gibbs is going to be awesome. Monty's my RB18, so he's clearly, if you have Gibbs and Monty, fire them both up. Go for it. We're just banging on all cylinders with the running backs here.
Yeah, and from the previous question, like watch Nico. If it like the injury's worse, you could bench him. But if he's playing, dude, I have a hard time benching him, which is what it is. Yes, that's what it is. J.K. Dobbins, we finally get him, and it's I don't want to sit him. I just if you have better options, that's my whole thing. Like I want him on my rosters. I just don't want to fire him up as like the overall RB1 type stuff, which it seems like we're doing with him. All right, let's talk about these wide receivers. Marvin Harrison Jr. or amon-ra St. Brown this week. Who do you have higher? And then Jameson Williams. Where is Jameson Williams in the rankings? Because he's been incredible.
Yeah, he needs to be higher. All right, let's start with JMO. I have him at wide receiver 20. Feels wrong. You're still starting him, right? Like he's at worst a flex option, if not your wide receiver 2 on every team that you have. So you're playing him. I need to figure out if I need to move him up is my issue. Going to the other guys, Marvin Harrison is the lock. Especially after last week. He's my wide receiver 10 this week. And then going further up, Amon-Ra, my wide receiver 4. Don't be scared of his injury. He is one of the toughest guys in the game. He's going to play. And he already practiced in full yesterday because he's an animal. So Amon-Ra is going to eat. How many targets did he have last week?
19.
19. I don't expect 19 targets, but 15 targets, 14.
I'll take it. By the way, Amon-Ra's my wide receiver 1 this week. I don't trust the pass defense.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm on board. I just moved James Williams above DJ Moore, or wide receiver 16. Let's ride, baby. It's gonna be fireworks for those guys. I'm excited. Tight ends, Trey McBride. We would love Trey McBride. Where are we at Sam Laporta this week? How low are you on Sam Laporta? Because it's a little bit concerning with Jameson Williams. Like I am a little bit worried with Sam Laporta. Like I would tell.
Yeah. Sam Laporta is still my tight end 4 this week. I can't push him down below the unproven Kincaid or Andrews and Kelsey in weird matchups with weird usage. That said, I am hopeful that Laporta goes off this week because I want to sell the hell out of him on all of my teams. It's looking like Jameson Williams is the real deal. That means that Laporta is toast and the 4th option most weeks. You just don't know when you're going to be able to start him. Trey McBride is my tight end 2 this week in a phenomenal matchup, obviously. So you fire him up, and you fire him up every week. He is necessary for that offense. Kyler was cooking last week, man.
It's glorious. And
yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us, a wizard. Kyron Godwin today for Brees, Ridley, and Zach. I mean, it's tough trade Godwin, but like you got Brees.
You got Brees.
It's never
Ridley's been
never
awesome. I like it. I like it.
And you get Zach Moss, so you can plug and play. You just need Godwin to not run so freaking hot. He's running like the most efficient wide receiver in the NFL with a top 10 role. Like Godwin's been incredible. I think he will be too. So that's I'm not worried about Kyron. I'm worried about Godwin in that deal. But you got Brees, so like don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, so like let's move on to our final game. Sorry, I'm stalling here because I'm rolling through these questions and comments since we have a lot of them today.
Yeah, I get that feeling about JK, and that may be true. But the thing that you need to know about Dobbins is that it doesn't matter right now because he's healthy and he's absolutely murdering teams, and they just keep giving him the football. This is what they're doing with Josh Jacobs, which feels wrong in Green Bay with Jordan Love out. But now Justin Herbert is a little banged up. They're just going to keep giving the football to J.K. Dobbins, and they're giving it to him in high leverage situations where he can be efficient. And they're just giving Gus Edwards that grunt work. So keep firing up J.K.
If you're worried about Dobbins, go stash Kamani Vidal because Gus Edwards has been really bad in his role. And the way it's going to work is at some point they're going to start giving Kamani Vidal work because you can't be that bad for Gus Edwards. Like it's just it's been
Hassan Haskins is getting carries. That's just one thing to consider. He's a Michigan / Jim Harbaugh guy. One thing to be concerned about with Vidal. Just cross your fingers and pray for JK.
You need Dobbins to healthy. Yeah, it's gross. I don't know how high his role and usage will go because I think they want to keep him healthy the entire year. That's kind of my concern with him. If he didn't have that issue, I'd be like, fire him up all over the place. Well, the thing we talked about this all year is Godwin is going to be really good. He's in the slot, and he's living in the slot, and he's eating because that's what Godwin does in the slot. He's one of the best slot receivers.